Today I'll be reviewing Pokemon 2019 slash Sword and Shield anime episode 20. So the episode was called Go Towards Your Dreams, Ash and Go. I really enjoyed this episode because we got to see Ash and Go inspire the next generation of Pokemon trainers. I think it was very good development for Ash and Go, and for us to see how far Ash has come since the beginning of the series, from way back in just Kanto. But I'll get more into that as we go through the review. So, just a brief summary: Ash, Go, and Koharu work as, I guess, assistants in the Pokemon Orienteering event. And they get split into three teams: one for Ash, one for Go and Koharu, and one for Professor Sakuragi. And the goal is to get to the Vermilion Port and see who's seen most Pokemon at the end. So they split into three groups, and the first thing Ash does is observe a Persian and Meowth who end up fighting, very Ash-like, and basically the fight scares away the children that he's watching. It was very Ash-like to stop and watch a battle, but I guess watching a battle between a mouse and a rat Pokemon wasn't too inspiring to the children. So they freak out. Officer Jenny shows up, tells them that the kids are gone, and Ash is just like, oh, okay, I guess I shouldn't be doing this. And he leaves. So after that, we see Go and Koharu's group, and Go thinks back to their innocent childhood days at Professor Oak's Pokemon camp. It would have been cool if we saw Ash reminisce about his Pokemon camp days with Serena, but I guess we won't be getting that anytime soon. But that aside, Koharu reminds Go that he's still a kid, which was funny to me. But after that, Go says that a Pokemon trainer, well, there's no difference between kids or adults among Pokemon trainers, and that Ash will gladly battle any opponent. I thought that was pretty cool because it basically means that once you decide that you're going to become a Pokemon trainer, you have to take care of yourself, and that every other regular trainer is on the same level as you. So once you turn 10 in the Pokemon world, you get as much respect as any adult, which is pretty cool. I thought it was interesting how he says that Ash will gladly battle any grown opponent, and Koharu responds by saying, I thought you weren't interested in Pokemon battling. And he says that he doesn't fight a pointless battle and only battles to catch Pokemon. And to me, that's pretty much foreshadowing that Go is going to end up finding another reason to have Pokemon battles. And that's most likely going to be to understand how Raboot feels, because we know Raboot likes to have Pokemon battles. We saw him take an interest in it several times throughout the series, and he's always ready to battle. One recent example would be during the battle against Viscus in the gym for the match. But that aside, I do think Go will end up battling more, even if it's whether it be to just understand Raboot, or that he realizes that battling and catching go more hand in hand than he thinks. So after that, we see Go on a catching spree, catching a bunch of Pokemon, and similar to Ash, he cares more about catching than actually teaching, till Koharu says something. Then Ash gets near the port and then ends up getting a challenge request for the Pokemon World Championships, which he was about to decline until the kids say, oh, I want to see a battle. And so Ash is like, okay, we can battle then. So it doesn't really take much convincing to get Ash to want to battle. So Ash battles Seiya from Goldenrod City in Johto with his Megadium. I think it's pretty cool how a battle can happen anywhere, anytime with anyone who's nearby, and that they have to send out both Pokemon at the exact same time so no one has an advantage. And the battle was pretty good for a random 1v1 match in the World Championships, but I do wonder if the challenger decides how many Pokemon are used, or if the person, I guess the challenger or the person who accepts the challenge decides, or if it's determined by the World Championships themselves. But I hope Ash does challenge someone he knows, or just anyone, to a 6-on-6 again. I don't know if he'll do that using old Pokemon, new Pokemon, or what, but I do want to see that. And my favorite part of the episode was probably at the end of their battle, where we see Ash saying thank you for the battle to Seiya. And we also see the mature side of Ash at the end of the battle, which was great and definitely my favorite part of the episode. So the kids call Ash cool for winning, and Ash says being cool isn't everything, and that he believes battling helps you know Pokemon better and grow closer to them. That's why he battles. And I really love this moment because it's 110% what we expect from Champion Ash. This isn't the same dude from Kanto and Johto who would brag about every single win. This is someone who's gone through battles and learned through experience what it means to be a Pokemon trainer and now a Pokemon champion. Ash praise aside, he's now 1,512th. He's 1,512th place, meaning the guy he beat must have been way ahead of him because I believe he was around 4,000 or 3,000 before. But that does still mean he has a long way to go, which is what he tells the kids. And he also tells them that he joined the World Championship so he can battle Leon, the strongest trainer, and become one step closer to becoming a Pokemon master. So this episode made it really clear where Ash is now as a person and as a Pokemon battler. Well, not completely as a battler, but we did see him showcase his skill. Either way, I think the way they have Ash now is great compared to all the resets that he's been going through throughout the years. You can definitely tell they're trying to redeem who Ash is or what Ash has been up to, or just Ash in general since the end of the Kalos League. Moving on from that, after that we see Go on another catching spree, and he tells the kids that he believes catching Pokemon helps you understand them better and come to a deeper understanding with them, and that's why he catches Pokemon. And similarly to Ash, he inspires the kids too. I think it's great that they showed this from Go because before it just seemed like he was catching Pokemon for the sake of the Pokédex or just having them to catch them as friends. But now we know that he's working towards catching Mew because he wants a deeper understanding of Pokemon. And with that clarification, I feel like we get to know Go a bit better. And I really do like his catchphrase, "The future lies in my hands." But it's funny because right after he says that, Koharu's reaction is like, wow, okay, there you go, talking big again. So those were probably my favorite and the biggest moments of the episode, in my opinion. But afterwards, they get to the port, Team Rocket tries to do their thing, Raboot gets ready for battle, and we almost saw Koharu in a raid battle with Ash and Go. But Lugia, aka Mew, shows up and frees them and their Pokemon. And then Ash and Go have a tag battle for the first time and combine their attacks and win. And later on we find out that Go's team lost the race. Well, Ash and Go's team lost the race. But the kids say they still did have fun. And one from Ash group says that he wants to be like Ash, and the other from Go's group says he wants to be like Go. Ironically enough, Ash says right after that they better hurry up and turn 10. And then Go finishes his sentence by saying, "So you can make your debut." And we see Koharu looking at Go when she says that, so I'm wondering if this could be a small hint that Koharu will make her official debut as a trainer soon. We also see Go get Farfetch'd at the end, and then Mew transform from Lugia into Mew. And I really like that soundtrack that they played at the end of the episode. And that's all for this episode. So this episode, just as a standalone random Pokemon episode, this was a great Pokemon episode. Like, this is probably an all-time episode for Ash and probably one of my favorite Pokemon episodes, period. Not just for the Sword and Shield anime, but for Pokemon in general. It's definitely like a top 5 non-battling episode because it showed how Ash has changed, his current goal, and his thoughts, and we get to see who Ash is as a person now. And for longtime fans, the change is very clear, which I really enjoyed. We also got to see Go's perspective inside of things, but for Ash, we've had him for more than 1,100 episodes. So this was a long time coming and a great episode overall. And if I were to rate this as a Pokemon episode, I'd definitely give it a 10. But as a standalone episode for the series, it's at least a 9.5, and it was a great episode and a great treat for longtime fans who have seen Ash develop throughout the years. I wanted to talk about the updated ending and Ash's possible return to Alola, but I'll save that for a theory video that'll come out right after this one. That aside, be sure to like, subscribe, share. Thanks for watching, and bye.